The project I had been working on since December released at Sage this year with the title Nights into Unreal. And if including the engine in the name wasn't enough of a giveaway, it's a framework. Since Sage, I've been busy working on various other things, including a future to-be-announced project. But I procrastinated making this video long enough. To get started, you will need Unreal Engine version 5.4.4. But once you have that installed, you can download the project from the GitHub link provided. When you boot up the project, you'll load into the demo map, which means you can play the demo, but you already could. That also means you can see how the demo is built, and that's pretty useful. You'll notice there are 4 main components when designing a level in this framework. You have the level origin, or the Idea Palace, the player and camera, the level path and camera path, and finally, collectibles, as well as the objective, or the Idea Capture. So with that in mind, let's try building something. In a new level, drag in an Idea Palace. This is your level origin. Next, select your level origin and press the Add Path button. This will create a level path object that the character, as well as the rest of the blueprints in this framework, can recognize. Now, drag in your character, called BP Knights Like. In the Details panel, you should find a blueprint component called Path Follower. Select it, and assign the level path you just created as current level. The level origin will handle the rest of the path progression. Also, set its auto-possess to player 0 so you can control this character. If your floor doesn't block the player, change its collision preset to custom and object type to world static. Alternatively, you can change the collision in the player to also check world dynamic if necessary. At this point, you can technically play the game. However, if you go to the edges, it'll break, and when the game closes, you'll see some errors were thrown. Solving this is simple enough. Use the spline in the level path to draw the track for the player to follow. Importantly, you cannot add any height variation to this path. Doing so will cause movement to break. If you're trying to adjust the behavior of the camera, create a duplicate of the spline and adjust that one. The player will recognize and use the duplicate for the camera. Then, add an objective to the path. Assign the references, the path follower component on the objective, and the objective reference on the level. Once that's done, you have a fully working level. If you want to add additional tracks, just press the Add Path button on the origin and repeat these steps. All that's left is to add some collectibles. You can choose to add collectibles in any of the 3 ways. Either A, drag a single collectible actor into the world and snap it to the spline. This is good for corner rings. B, drag a pattern collectible and define the rows and spacings for the collectibles. Good for chips or rings that need to be in a straight line. Or C, you can drag a spline collectible and draw a path to spawn collectibles on. This one is good for rings that need to flow together. That being said, you have all the tools needed to make simple or complex levels in this framework. There are other blueprints I haven't addressed yet, like the chip box and the dash ball, so be sure to look around. Anyways, that's all I've got for this video, so I'll see you around.